Hey, good afternoon, guys. KB5 MIQ Big Boy here. We're going to do a little MFJ review video today. Kind of a rainy day here in Northeast Texas. First thing we're going to talk about is this high gain dual band 144 megahertz handy talkie antenna, the MFJ high gain flex duck. MFJ 177S. It's got the SMA connectors on it. Now, it'll screw right on this radio entity DMR I got, but I had to use an adapter to put it on my Yaesu or my Bofang, but works right on there. Seems like a good, well-built rubber duck antenna, especially if you live out in a rural area like I do. It'd be enhancing your talkie's range a little bit. It has helped mine, so I don't know how much I'll use. I don't use a talkie much, but if you're looking for a good dual band rubber duck, I think that'd be a good way to go. This is the MFJ 1717S. Let's see what repeater I'm on. That repeater's about 30 miles away from me, and I'm sitting inside my shack inside a house here in Avery, Texas, hitting it with it just fine. So if you're looking for a rubber duck, a little on the longer side, but work real good. I don't think you go wrong with it. We're going to talk about something that actually MFJ's changed my mind on. I didn't like antenna switches. I hate to knock another brand, but I had bought a couple of these Daiwa antenna switches. And I was doing some antenna experimenting, and I got to have one on 10 meter, one on 17 meter antenna. And I noticed it happened more than once. It happened enough I quit using it. It didn't happen all the time, but it happened fairly regular. That I could switch from one antenna to the next, start a transmission, and SWR would be high. Reach up there and flip it back again, and it'd be fine. Kind of made me think that it's not really going in the battery every time. And I quit using them. The only thing I used them for, I'd use them to rest a cable in when I was through talking. But I got to where I didn't trust them. Well, MFJ sent me a couple of antenna switches, and they've kind of changed my mind on them. First one we're going to talk about is this MFJ 1702C. This is a two-position with a built-in lightning surge protection. Covers DC to 600 megahertz. Features 2.5 kilowatt PEP, 50 ohm impedance, 60 dB isolation at 300 megahertz, 50 dB isolation at 450, low loss, less than 0.2 dB, VSWR less than 1.2 to 1, center grounds all positions, and unused positions are automatically grounded, heavy duty cavity type construction, SO239 connectors, and they're 1 year no matter what warranty. Now, I've noticed this is way heavier piece of equipment than the other one I had. The detents snap in easier. Now, I haven't used this one yet. I'm going to show you the one I've been using. I've been using it for quite a while. But I wouldn't be a bit afraid to use this one at all. I like the way it looks. Got your ground lug here on it. Center position, your grounding for your lightning protection grounding right there with it. Heavy built. Feels like it's built really well. So I wouldn't be a bit afraid to use that at all. Now, the one I've been using, and I pulled it off here to show it to you, I've been using the wideband gigahertz antenna switch. It's a three-position switch. Power range, DC to 30 megahertz, 2 kilowatts, and it drops exponentially as you go higher in frequency. It'll cover from all the way to 1.5 gigahertz. SWR is good. and it drops, like 1.05 from DC to 500 megahertz, 1.2 at 1 gig to 1.5 gigahertz. All the losses and stuff look real good on it. I've been using this one. In fact, you can see how I've been using it. I got stuff laid all over the place here. Hang on a second. I'll have to reshoot this video because I shot the other one with my camera and realized I haven't renewed my editing program yet, so I've stopped. This one actually came with end connectors. This one is the version with end connectors. This is the 2703N. Hey, Ham Radio Cat, you had to get right up here in the big middle of stuff, didn't you? So I bought these adapters so I could adapt the end connectors to SO239s. If I had bought this myself, I would have bought it. It comes with, you can buy it with SO239s. That's the way I would have bought it, but since they sent it, I got these adapters. 3 positions, same heavy built as the other one. The detents snap real good. And you can see I've been using all 3 positions with this one. In fact, I've been using this one for several months now. That's the one I was using when I was doing the antenna comparisons on the review of the dipole and the end-fed long wire. Also, I use all 3 antennas that are used with that one are all 3 MFJ antennas. I've got my 10 meter Moxon Yagi that I've told y'all about I've had for several years now. And I'm running the end-fed half wave and the off-center fed. And I use that antenna switch for all of them. And it has never caused me one bit of problem. I've never had an SWR issue. It seems to be a very well-built piece of equipment. I'd highly recommend it. I don't like to knock another person's equipment, but I didn't like these dowels. I just didn't like them at all. I haven't had the problem I had with those with these MFJ ones. So, good shack enhancements. Do you have to have an antenna switch? No, you really don't. You just have to change your coax every time you want to change antennas. But it's a good shack enhancement, not a real expensive one, and makes your operating a little easier. So I'd highly recommend it. But if you order that 3 position one, the last one I just talked about, be sure to look for the SO239 one. Or if you order the one with end connectors, unless all your stuff is set up for end connectors, you'll have to get some adapters for it. Guys, I appreciate MFJ for trusting me with that. We got some more stuff coming up with MFJ in the next month. I'm going to try to do about 2 of these a month. And got Winter Field Day coming up on Saturday. So we'll have the 10 meter hammerheads crew is going to be at Tim's QTH. Remember Main Trading Company in Paris, Texas. Richard's got a lot of used gear hitting his stuff. He's got some big estates. He's going to be hitting the used site. Plus, there's all his new gear on there. And good outfit to buy ham radio gear from. Thanks again to MFJ for letting me do this. Guys, if y'all call MTC or MFJ to order something and you've heard about them through me, tell them you heard about them through me. And just let them know we're helping them out here. Guys, up to 1,294 subscribers. Probably the week after next video, we should be at 1,300. We'll give something away. This is KB5 MIQ Big Boy. Thanks everybody who subscribed to the channel. 73. Well, I think I still got the camera running.